Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today we're going to be doing something exciting. I did this a while ago on my channel and you guys seem to love this, and so we thought why not bring it back and do it again. And so for the month of November, I am going to let my boyfriend Marcus choose what I will be reading again. So most of you guys know how this goes. Marcus is going to go around the shelf. I'm going to close my eyes and he's going to put different books in my hand. He's going to choose 8 different books and I'm going to for sure read 6 of them, but I'm going to try and finish all 8 of them. But if I don't, I'm going to choose 6 that I will read for sure. Now, what I want you guys to do in the comments down below is after watching the video, let me know which books you think I should read the most. If you've already read them and you think they're really good, let me know so I know which of these to pick up first. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to close my eyes and hold my hands out, and Marcus is going to go around and put the books in my hands, and then I'll try and guess what it is before I open my eyes, and then obviously I'll open my eyes and see what I get. So here we go. I'm making all these noises so I don't know what's coming.
Start with an easy one.
Ooh, okay. This feels like a limited wish. Ooh, it is! I only knew that it was going to be a limited wish because of the size of the book. And the last time Marcus chose my TBR, he gave me the first book in this series, which was One Word Kill. So it's only fitting that I read the second book in this series. Hopefully I can read it faster this time, because last time One Word Kill took me an entire week, and this is less than 200 pages, or just 200 pages. And yeah, it just took me a really long time to read. So I'm hoping this one goes a lot faster, but I think it will because I really enjoyed the first one and I think this is going to be fantastic. All right, next one. I'll be nice, he says. Ooh, this is the second book in Illuminae. What's it called? Oh, I know what it is. Gemini, that's it. I was I could feel the outside of it, and I knew from the feeling of the cover or the dust jacket that it was the next book. I am so excited. You guys know how much I enjoyed Illuminae, and now I get to read the next one, and I'm definitely gonna fly through this. I know this won't take me very long because the first one was amazing, and lots of people have told me that Gemini is also really good. So I'm just so excited. Marcus even says that this one's better. So I can't wait. I'm so excited, guys. I'm probably gonna read this one first, not gonna lie, just because I want to jump right back into this world. All right, let's do book number 3. We're off to a great start with 2 books that I'm actually really looking forward to. So yes, let's try the third one. Okay, this one, I don't know what this is by the feel of it. Wait, is this the second book in Spellslinger? That's my guess. Yeah, Shadow Black.
So I figured it'd be nice to you since I made you start 6 series last time. I'm gonna let you do some sequels this time.
So that is very nice. Marcus is letting me do some sequels this time, and so I have Shadow Black, which is the second book after Spellslinger. Most of these books actually were books that he chose as the first ones of these series. So yeah, this is good that he's allowing me to continue these series. Also, I just noticed we're on very like a trend of like blue books. So, well, not the first one, but I have very blue book covers, and that's like very fitting for November because it's starting to get into winter, so I'm down for it.
Sure.
I'm also wearing blue.
And blue pants.
And blue pants that you can't see. It's just a theme today. So yeah, let's keep going. I'm just waiting. I know he's gonna put a giant book in my hand, and I'm not looking forward to a big book. Other than Gemina. Gemina's okay, but we'll see. Is this the second book in the Demon King trilogy, perhaps?
False.
Aurora Rising! Another Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman book. I could totally be down for this.
So this is purely selfish because I read the first book a year and a half ago and I forget what happens, so I want to read the second book.
So he wants me to read it and tell him what's happening as I go along. Which, I'm okay with that. I can do that for sure. And it's like, Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman already have an amazing start, in my opinion, with the books I've read by them. So I feel like this is going to be fantastic. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. Just because like I want to read more Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. So I'm just down for it. I'm super pumped. This is a great TBR so far. Book number 5. Why are you laughing? Is this Calamity? Because if it is, I'm pumped. Because I can finish it.
It's not.
Oh! I'm still excited about this. Did you choose this because it's blue? Well, anyways, this is the second book after Half a King, and I really enjoyed Half a King. I actually buddy read that book and had a great time with it. And I'm super excited to read more Joe Abercrombie because I remember when I finished that book, I told Marcus that I was like, I really want to keep reading this series. It was really good. So now I can continue reading that series. This is awesome. Also, it's blue, so we're just keeping on trend. Blue and purple are what the covers have all been so far. So we'll see how the other ones turn out. But from what I have so far, I am thinking this is going to be a very great reading month. Like, I'm looking forward to this a lot. All right, book number 6. What is this? What? Which one of your books has this kind of cover? It's big. Is it that Jay Kristoff one? Like True? No, not True Life. Lifelike? I think you have that in hardback though. I'm gonna take a guess. Oh. Okay, I was not expecting this at all. And this is not blue, okay? What the hell? There goes our color scheme.
Well, if you want to read the second one, it's blue.
No, I will not just skip the first one. An Ember in the Ashes. So I, like, had no plans whatsoever to read this book, but now that it's in my hands, and he chose it for me, which makes me think that it's going to be a very good book, and I know he did really like it, I'm probably going to read this, which is cool. How many pages is it, though? 4? Okay, so it's like a 450-page book. Let me know if this is a good one. I feel like it is, and I think I've heard a couple of you talk about this book, but if I should pick this up out of the other choices, definitely tell me. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Okay, so now that's 6 books. I'm still gonna give him 2 more choices, so these next 2 books could be taking the place of one of the other ones, but like I said, I'm going to try and read all 8 of them. I just know myself, and I probably will only get to 6, so we'll see what happens. drop it so quickly. What is this? Is that part of it, or is that just like a crack?
I don't know.
It feels like a crack. What is this? Oh, it feels weird. And it's thick. I honestly have no idea what this book is. Oh. Is this gone? Yeah, it's gone. So Marcus has been wanting me to start this series for a very long time because he wants to read it as well. And we kind of have this thing where it's like, if it's your book, you should read it first and then the next person can. But we're getting a little better at that now, where we're just like, you know what, just go ahead and read it. Like, we're both going to read it eventually, so it's not a big deal. But he's been wanting me to read this for a very long time. And this is a dystopian book. So maybe it would take one of the places of one of the dystopians in my top dystopian video, which I just put out a while ago. But yeah, I would be down to read this. It is starting another huge series, which is a little daunting, but the premise of it sounds good. So I could be down for that. One more to go. Let's see what his final choice is.
Last one is kind of cheating. I'm choosing like an author instead of a book.
You're giving me two of them?
Yeah.
An author instead of a book. What is this? What is this feeling right here? Is this... What is her... Is this Sarah J. Maas? It is Sarah J. Maas. So you're giving me an option to read Throne of Glass, which I think I've wanted to read this a couple times now, and A Court of Thorn and Roses. I've heard that this book is very good from multiple people. I've also heard that Throne of Glass is pretty ridiculous, but also very good. So this is a tough decision. Yeah, he did kind of go an extra book in here without consulting me, but I guess I will make an allowance for it.
It takes one spot.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna have to choose one of these books, and yeah, we'll see which one I choose. Okay, so I'll briefly go through each book and give you a quick synopsis of it, and then like I said, I want you guys to vote in the comments down below which of these books you think is the best, or tell me which ones I should pick up. So, A Limited Wish, it started off with One Word Kill. So One Word Kill is kind of like a YA version of Blake Crouch's Dark Matter. I would say it's not as intense, and it deals with Dungeons and Dragons and friendship, and I think it was a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to see where they go with this one and jump into the second book in the series. Gemina, I'm already gonna say right now, I'm 100% choosing this as one of the books because I friggin' loved Illuminae. That book was fantastic, and I came into the house because I was reading it outside because it was summer at the time, and I finished the book outside on the deck, and I came running into the house. I was like, Marcus, what just happened? I need to pick up the next one now. And then obviously I didn't, but I really want to read this book so bad. So this one is about, I think all three books are different storylines, but in the first one, it's following two different characters who are boyfriend and girlfriend, and they are on this colony, but they're trying to go on an escape ship to get away from this colony because the colony is being attacked. And so they're on this ship where they're trying to escape, but there's an AI that controls the ship, and it's kind of takes over the ship and starts doing what it wants. And so it's just kind of them trying to survive while also battling against this AI to survive. And it's just all set in space, so it's even more intense. Oh, it was such a thrill ride. And it was told in mixed media format, so everything is from surveillance files and memos and different chat logs. So it was so cool. I had never read a book like that, and I just loved it. So I'm really excited to read this one, and I can't wait. And then Shadow Black, this is following the book Spellslinger. So in the book Spellslinger, it's about a character who comes from this village where like all the people in the village have magical, well, not all the people, but a lot of the people have magical abilities and a lot of them don't. And so he is a teenager training to use these magical abilities, but he realizes that he doesn't really have the abilities, or the more he tries, the like less he has. His family is also a very magical family, so it's kind of like hard on him, and he kind of has to figure out like what path he's going to take. And he encounters some other characters that introduce to him other aspects of the world that he doesn't exactly know about. If I could sum it up, it's kind of like X-Men meets the Western style. Like that's how I could put it, because there's some characters that remind me of X-Men characters. But yeah, it's a really hard book to classify, and I had a hard time even like after I finished reading it being like, what is this? Like it's definitely fantasy, but it's hard to classify what kind of fantasy it is. But it was a very interesting read, and I'm excited to see what happens continuing on in the series. There's also a character in this series that I really enjoyed, and I'm really hoping that they're in this book because they were cracking me up and I thought they were hilarious. And I would love to see more of them. Okay, so for Aurora Rising, I actually don't know what this book is about. Like, I have no clue, so I'm just going to read the synopsis to you guys. So the year is 2380, and the graduating cadets of Aurora Academy are being assigned their first missions. Star pupil Tyler Jones is ready to recruit the squad of his dreams, but his own boneheaded heroism sees him stuck with the dredges nobody else in the academy would touch. A cocky diplomat with a black belt in sarcasm, a sociopath scientist with a fondness for shooting her bunkmates, a smartass tech whiz with the galaxy's biggest chip on his shoulder, an alien warrior with anger management issues, and a tomboy pilot who's totally not into Ty, in case you were wondering. And Ty's squad isn't even his biggest problem. That would be Aurora G. Lynn O'Malley, the girl he has just rescued from interdimensional space. Trapped in cryosleep for 2 centuries, Ori is a girl out of time and out of her depth, but she could be the catalyst for a war millions of years in the making, and Tyler's squad of losers, discipline cases, and misfits might just be the last hope for the entire galaxy. Nobody panic. Okay, so I might be reading this one for sure as well now, because that synopsis just sold it for me. I love books with like a group of misfits and they all band together to like save the day. So I am totally down for this. Also, she was in cryosleep for like 2 centuries, so this girl's got some story to tell, and I am really looking forward to that. Then we got Half a World. This one follows the main character. He's a prince, he has a hand deformity, and he's trying to survive in like medieval times. He has to go through a lot of trials and tribulations in the first one, and I'm really excited to see where this storyline continues, because I was very into the first one and very intrigued by everything that happened, and it was just like very interesting. This main character had such an intense development of their character as a whole. Like at the beginning I didn't even really like their character, and by the end I loved their character. So they had a whole transformation, and I thought it was so cool. So I'm really excited to see where this one picks up and like takes off with that storyline. So Ember in the Ashes, I just read the back pretty quickly, and from what I get from it, it's about this main character who, her and her family, like they don't defy what happens, because anybody who does defy it ends up getting murdered. But then her brother gets like arrested for treason, and so she goes undercover to try and rescue her brother. And at the same time, she meets a character named, I think it's Elias, who is like one of the soldiers here, and their paths intertwine, and something happens from that. I don't know. I feel like I'm butchering this synopsis, but like I don't really know much about this book, but I think it's also good if I don't know much about this book going into it, because I feel like it'll make it that much better that I don't have any idea what's going to happen. So that's all I'm going to say. Hopefully that wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think this one will be good. And I know so many people have talked about it and how cool it is, so I could be down for this. Then we have Gone, and so for this one, the premise is basically all adults disappear. They just are gone, and it's left with like teenagers, middle graders, young children, and toddlers. and they're left to survive. None of the electronics work, so they don't have any television, no automobiles, anything like that. And they need to kind of just survive in this new dystopian world that they're stuck in. Also, they're starting to gain powers and get abilities that just kind of appear, like just happen out of nowhere. And so they're starting to have to figure out how to like control these new abilities that they're getting. But also like the animals and creatures around them are mutating as well. So they have to protect themselves from that. I don't know. This is like the first book in a huge series, but it sounds pretty cool to me, and I think that I could probably fly through this book. So it's also a book with powers, and I just wrote a review on my blog where I said like any book that has action in it or superpowers that is kind of like a graphic novel, like I'm totally into it. So I feel like this one will be a definite read. So Throne of Glass, I've talked about this one a couple times, but this is about an assassin who gets caught, and then she has to work for a prince to be an assassin. She has to do this competition called the King's Champion competition, and essentially it's like all with a bunch of different fighters, and she has to get through it to earn her freedom, yada yada. But like it's another assassin story, so I'm always down for assassin stories, and I might finally pick up Throne of Glass, guys. It might happen. We'll see. We'll see if I finally bite the bullet and read this book. And then the last one is A Court of Thorn and Roses. So Marcus tells me that this one is about a girl who kills a wolf who is a fae in disguise. And because she killed it, she now has to take the place of the fae in like the fae part of the world and try and survive. That's all I really know about it, but it sounds pretty cool. And I'm still kind of like on a fae high from reading the Cruel Prince trilogy. So I might actually pick this one up. What if I just pick up both Sarah J. Maas books, guys? Should I just do that? I don't know. We'll see. Because I have not read any of her books yet. I might not even like her. We'll see. I don't know. But the premise sounds pretty cool for this one. So maybe it'll be one of the ones I pick up. That's it for my video, guys. Let me know down below which books I should read first. I'm going to read a lot of them, but like you guys commenting and telling me which ones to read will influence which ones I pick up faster. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this reading month. I think it's going to be fantastic. Also, keep an eye out for some of my videos coming up because we're going to be talking about the Reindeer Readathon soon. It's coming up in December, and we're going to have that announcement video with all the prompts and everything that's happening for that month. So I'm super excited about it because this is going to be the second year of the Reindeer Readathon. And yeah, we got some surprises coming towards you guys.
I really want to choose a V.E. Schwab, but I don't know. I thought of because of the Reindeer Readathon, maybe I shouldn't.
If you heard it, you heard it. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to my bookmarks if you want to buy one of those. You know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so that you can get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Mondays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.